Line plot in MATLAB, we have two options. The first option is using plot or plot tree, okay? And the second option we can use line plot, right? So plot here is for 2D plot, and plot 3 here is for 3D plot, and line you can both use both for 2D and 3D plot, right? So let me go to the plot and plot 3, okay? So here is all the contents I already put in the Word files, and if you need, just email me, I will send it to you. But the content of this Word file will be exactly the contents that I prepare in MATLAB file here. So the main code in my tutorial will be named as main tutorial, and main tutorial here is a ASV file. So this file is include all of my code here, and inside this folder, which is MATLAB plotting tutorial here, I have some function that I wrote by myself, and I use them a lot to plot figures. So just email me, I will send it to you. So firstly, using plot. So in the first session, we will try to learn how to use plot and plot 3, but the section 1.1.1 we will learn how to use plot, which is 2D plot. So basically, in this function, we need to input the x-axis and y-axis, right? X variable and y variable. So let me assume that I have x vector of x from 1 to 10, and then the vector y1 equal to 2x plus 1, very simple, and y2 equal to 0.525x over 2. So basically in MATLAB, if you don't know, I just remind you that if you want to deal with vector operation, you need to put dot behind the vectors. So now what if I put plot here? You can see. So many people realize this plot x and y1. Hold on. Plot x and y2. Okay. Anyway, hold on. This command will help us to keep both line plot for both variables here. So if we don't put that one, we will get a trouble. We cannot see the previous plot. So I usually use hold on to keep both plot to display all of the plot in the same figures. So if we write that one, let's see what really happened. Okay, so you can still see the live plot like this, but there are several disadvantages. The first thing is, I think you can turn on the grid here to see, because when people want to extract some data or some information from your graph, and they need to measure some coordinate here, and if you don't put anything here, it is very difficult for them to measure and to extract the data. So that is the first thing. The second thing is, uh, you can see the number here and here, it is quite small. So when you save, you put that figure inside Word documents, you can see that your figure become very small. I mean, the numbers here become very small, and sometimes it's you cannot see it very clearly. So, and also you can see, although in MATLAB automatically change the color of the line plot, right? So in the colors you can see, okay, that data is red, this data is green, but many conference and even journals, they sometimes they publish in black and white color, right? the figure is always black and white color. They want to save some cost for printing, for example. So if that figure is converted to black and white, can you see the difference? No, right? They are the same. So that is one more disadvantage. And the last thing is, okay, you have two lines here, but you need to show the audience that okay, this line is represent for the first equation, this line is represent for second equation or second data set, right? You cannot put everything like this and you don't leave any information here, so it's not good. So what I often do here is actually it is not my last version, because as you can see, uh, my plot here, my MATLAB version is 2015A, which is very old version here. I use my my MATLAB version in my office is 18B, so it's newer version, later version. But anyway, that one is already usable. I can show you. So again, rather than using only plot x and y1, I also put some format for plotting. You can see, firstly, k the first command is ko, which means allow me to put this plot in black color. K mean black color. Okay, I can explain here. You can see, whenever you don't know the commands, go must work here and search the command and enter. You will see. Okay, I should go down a little bit. Okay, you see, K mean black, right? So the color is K mean black, and then that one will help me to define. You can see O, which means the marker is circle, and that line, which means a solid line, right? So again, that one is fine. The marker sign, which means help me to decide the, okay, I can plot this one because it's very difficult to explain um, in simple way. Okay, so the marker sign here, then, which means it will help me to decide the size of the marker here. Marker X color B, which means I want to make the color of the edge of the circle here is blue. B, which means blue. Marker face color is B, which means I want to fill this circle with the blue color. And finally, I want to make its line, the width of this line is 1.5. So let me plot that one. You can see. Can you see that it's better? Right. So now I have clear data here, and then the marker is something like this. And similarly, the second series, I will put red color and two dash here. Why I need that one? Because in my experience, if possible, please put other type compared with that one, because in some case people can be confused when they want to distinguish between two plot. So if that plot you put in solid line, that one will have you you should put in the dash line like this. You can see here, dash line, right? So it will help you to distinguish between the line plots. But sometimes you have too many lines in a figures, so so if possible, please put. But if it's not possible, you can distinguish the line plots by using the marker. So here I use the marker is square. You can see here I use circle, but here I use square. marker size again 10, marker edge color, you can see here I use blue, but now I use red color, and marker face color is here is blue and here is red, and line width is still 1.5. And after that, you can see now, you can see very different two line plot here, and very clearly it's very easy to distinguish between two set of data here. And another thing is, now we need to format some ANSYS information of ANSYS here. So firstly, we need to turn on the labels of the ANSYS. Here should be X ANSYS, here should be Y ANSYS. So as you can see, I put X label name. You can type any name here, and Y label. So if I run that one, you can see now I have X label name here, Y label name here. And then another disadvantage, you can see the size of the words and numbers here is very small. So I can set the font size is bigger a little bit. Let's say font size is 16, and then I believe now the font size is bigger, right? And then I want to turn on the grid here. On the grid here, I can do it by grid on, and then you can see now the grid on is much better figures. And finally, I want to format its font types to Times New Roman, which is a very common font used in Word documents. So I set GCA font name and Times New Roman. You can search on Mathwork and you can find a lot of font names for that one. And you can see now if I format that one, you can see now I have Times New Roman here, right? And one more thing is, I need to show that plot is for which data set. So I need to put the legends for the plot. Let's say I know that one is for data 1 and that one is for data 2, so I can put legends data 1 for that one and data 2 for that one. And if I run it, you can see I have data here, right? Sometimes because of the limit space in the figures, it not allow me to remain the box of the legends. So I often turn off the box here by using legends box off here. So if I run that one, anyway, when I run the code, I use F9. You can see the F9 here. So when I run the code, you can see now the box is disappear, and I have this line plot, right? And now you can see that the number is big, the line is very clear distinguished between each other, and the legend is shown here. Now the figure, I think, is high quality in terms of information. So that is a line plot. Okay, thank you very much, and see you on the next one.